Your Waterloo Pirates JV team will be taking on the Pardeeville Bulldogs in a baseball matchup. Waterloo coming into this record with a 5-3 record. Their last game on Thursday night against the Cambridge Blue Jays came away with a victory. Shortened game of only 6 innings. They win 7-5. Peachy started that game, and Toy and Rufner also pitched in that game for the victory. Last games for Pardeeville were on Saturday. They split a doubleheader with Lodi, their junior varsity team, losing the first game 13-1, but then winning the second 12-4. Pardeeville comes into this game with a 5-4 record, so we should be looking for a good matchup here. Winds out of the south at 20 to 25 miles an hour. That means that anything hit to left field is going to get extra carry. So anything between that foul pole and that scoreboard out there, it's only 325 down the line, probably about 355 to the scoreboard out there. We can set the Waterloo lineup for you here. Batting 9 today. Leading off will be Wyatt Toy. Batting second, AJ Unzweta. Batting third, Aiden Arians. In the cleanup spot, Avery Peachy. Batting fifth will be Ryan Hunter. In the sixth spot, Dylan Rufner. Seventh will be Jackson Burbach. Batting eighth, Luis Perez Garcia. And batting ninth is Emmanuel Granados. Once again, that lineup for you: Toy, Unzweta, Arians, Peachy, Hunter, Rufner, Burbach, Perez Garcia, and Granados. We will set the defense here for you for the Bulldogs. Onan Castile is on the mound. His battery mate behind the plate, Mikey Mickelson. Your first baseman, Brandon Schaller. At second base, Will Piesig. Shortstop is Matt Birkin. Your third baseman, Nate Renz. Outfielders left to right. Left fielder, Jonah Manthe. Center fielder, Caden Miller. And your right fielder is Alex Metz. Looks like we're waiting for the catcher to get his gear on. Here he is. Down to only one camera today, folks, so this is Hebel Field in Pardeeville. Has the lighter mesh fencing. Wind is blowing behind me, so we'll probably get a lot of wind interference today. Looks like we should get started on time today. 82 degrees and cloudy. Storms expected in the area tonight. Looks like the field has been watered enough. I don't see any dust flying up. That's good. That was a little bit of a problem a week ago in Poynette when the wind kicked up. So something you don't see every day, a left-handed pitcher along with a left-handed catcher. So One more warm-up toss and we will be ready to go here. With Wyatt Toy stepping into the batter's box. Wyatt Toy, your center fielder to lead this off. Castile's opening pitch is taken outside for a ball. We are underway in this JV matchup. Toy watches that second one go by him outside and low. 2-0. And that is low and outside. Toy way ahead, 3-0. That is on the outside corner, 3-1 now. Got the left fielder out there, lost his hat. Kind of hard to stay on his head, probably. The wind blowing right at him. And Toy bloops that one into right. That will fall for a base hit. So leadoff man aboard for the Pirates in the top of the first. Brings up A.J. Unzweta. And first one to Unzweta is in there for a strike. Toy only with a step lead over there. Unzweta leaves that one alone. That's outside a ball, even at a ball and a strike. Tough to get leads on left-handed pitchers. From first, that is. Unzweta throwing bunt, pulls it back. And the ball heads back to the fence. And Toy will take second on the wild pitch. So Unzweta ahead 2-1 with a runner in scoring position. And Unzweta fouls that one. 2-2. Toy with a two-step lead over there, delivers to Unzweta, high ball. He's run it full. And that is dropped, third strike. You have to retire him at home at first. He does. On the play, Toy will move up to third on that throw. So one down and a runner on third now. Brings up Aiden Arians. That's up high. And out in front of that one. 1-1. That's outside a ball, even, nope, it's 2-1. And Aiden comes up empty, 2-2. And swung on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts. Toy is still on third, brings up Avery Peachy. Comes inside, and Peachy with a shot out to left center. That will one-hop the fence. He's on his way to second, and he will be in there with a stand-up double, and Waterloo leads it 1-0. Took that first pitch right where he wanted to go with it. Nice level swing to give the Pirates the lead. Brings up Ryan Hunter, and he takes a swing at the first pitch. Comes up empty. Peachy leads from second. Hunter down low, trickles by the catcher. Peachy will be on his way to third. So the second run for the Pirates, 90 feet away. If Hunter can have this one find the outfield grass, 1-1 is the count. And Hunter nubs that one off the end of the bat, but foul down the right field line. He's behind 1-2. And foul tip, stays alive. Peachy leads from third. 1-2 to Hunter. Up high ball. And that is down low. 3-2 now. If Hunter were to reach, Rufner waits on deck. Sets and delivers. That's fouled back and out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. And Hunter pokes that one out into left for a full count single and an RBI. And Waterloo leads it 2-0. Nice piece of hitting there by Hunter. Shortened his swing and poked it into left to score a run. Brings up Rufner, who goes after the first pitch, and it's a foul ball, giving chase and just out of the reach of Mickelson. Almost ran into the cement there a little bit, but pulled up short. Don't need to get an injury already in the first inning. And Rufner leaves that one alone down low. Even at a ball and a strike. Hunter with only about a step lead over there at first. Castillo comes home and a grounder to short. Backhanded there, dropped. Recovers, throws on to first, but late. And Rufner is safe at first. So runners on first and second now for the Pirates. And brings up Jackson Burbach, the only lefty in the Pirate lineup today. And curveball in there for a strike. Castile delivers down low. How about a wild pitch to get runners in second and third and then poke one down the line for a double? Ooh, comes up empty. Burbach behind 1-2. That curveball misses high and outside. And Burbach pokes one into left for a grounder. And Merkel was raving Hunter around third. But he stopped about a third of the way and jumped back as the throw came into the pitcher. So bases loaded for the Pirates now, and brings up Luis Perez Garcia. And Perez Garcia has taken the first two for strikes. And comes up empty. So the Pirates plate two, but strand the bases loaded. Through a half inning of play, they lead it 2-0. Set the defense for you for Waterloo. On the mound, Jackson Burbach. Behind the plate is Dylan Rufner. At first, Avery Peachy. Second base, Aiden Arians. Shortstop, AJ Unzueta. On third base, Luis Perez Garcia. Your outfield from left to right, left fielder Ryan Hunter. Center fielder Wyatt Toy. And your right fielder Emmanuel Granados. Batting lineup for the Bulldogs looks like this. Leading off, Onan Castile. In the two-hole, Matt Birkin. Batting third, Caden Miller. Cleanup position belongs to Brandon Schaller. Batting fifth, Will Piesig. Number 6, Jonah Manthe. Number 7, Mikey Mickelson. Batting eighth, Nate Renz. And in the 9 spot, Alex Metz. That lineup again, Castile, Birkin, Miller, Schaller, Piesig, Manthe, Mickelson, Renz, and Metz. So, productive first inning for the Pirates, scoring 2. So a couple of left-handed starters. Again, you don't see that very often. along with a left-handed catcher. When's the last time you've seen this? Two left-handed pitchers with two left-handed catchers going against each other. Maybe a first. So he may have a couple more warm-up tosses. Looks like Burbach might actually got some dirt in his eye. He's kind of squinting a little bit. And that will be it for the warm-up tosses, and back to live action. Once again, because of the mesh netting, if you will, that's on this field, I'm really unable to. Opening pitch is up high from Burbach, ball one. Unable to run multiple cameras here. I could try putting a couple cameras on a tripod, but with this wind, I don't trust that they'll stay upright. 1-0 pitch by Burbach is in there for a strike, even now at ones. Showing bunt, pulls it back and right down the middle. Burbach ahead, 1-2. Burbach delivers. Just missed outside. Ruffner tried to frame it, but to no avail. 2-2 count with the next pitch. Burbach delivers. Swung on and missed. Ruffner can't handle it. Got to throw it down to first to complete the out, and runner is safe. So, goes down as a strikeout, but no out on the board. And a runner on first for the Bulldogs. Brings up Matt Birkin, starting shortstop today. Step and a half lead over there by Castile, just daring Burbach to throw it over there, but he delivers home for a strike. Peachy holding him on at first. Burbach stares at him and comes home. He's off with a pitch. Ruffner throws down to second. Late. Castile with a stolen base. So 1-1 count to Birkin, with the runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. And shot right to past the shortstop. And Hunter misplays it, going to the fence. He gets it in to Unzueta. Throw over to third is late. So two batters in, and the Bulldogs have cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. Drop third strike, came around to score. Pitch is outside of ball. Delivers ball two. that is a shot into left center. That will roll all the way to the fence. Looks like could be another triple. And he's coming around to try to score. Throw coming home. And it's high. Inside the park home run. And just like that, 3 batters and 3 runs for Pardeeville. They're up 3-2. So we're going to start over. That was hit by Caden Miller. Brandon Schaller now at the plate and pops that one up. Peachy giving chase. Wind is blowing it back into fair territory, and Peachy puts it away for the first out of the inning. Brings up Will Piesig, the second baseman. Yeah, Miller hopped on that first pitch and hit it into left center, right in the gap. And didn't stop running. That's tapped foul and out of play. Perez Garcia will pick that up. And 0-1. Well, at left field, the left center spot is a popular spot. 3 hits already today that have gone to that spot, and Burbach spins that one in there for a strike. He's ahead 0-2. And that is popped up and foul. And stuck in the fence. Stuck between the mesh and the wire. Probably be able to shake the fence after the next half inning, be able to get that down. That's a line shot right at the middle. Toy gets that one in. Still nobody out here in the first inning. Brings up Jonah Manthe, the left fielder. Only a step lead over there. Swung on and missed. Manthe behind 0-1. Delivers home and gets by him. And Piesig will hold at first. One and one count. Burbach delivers home up high and tomahawked. Foul. He's behind 1-2. I'd stay up there. I'd stay up there. You swung at 2 high ones already. Don't throw anything in the dirt. It might be a wild pitch. Stay upstairs. Stay upstairs. There it is. And hacked away again. Fouled. Burbach delivers home. Misses outside. 2-2. And misses. Outside of ball, stolen base for Piesig. And a full count by Burbach. Up high. And first and second now for the Bulldogs. Brings up Mikey Mickelson, the catcher. Not sure if bunting situation is in the cards. He's taking full swing and a grounder to first. Peachy's got that, steps on first for the out. On the play, runners move up to second and third. But there's two down now. I didn't record that out earlier, but Peachy with a pop out and a ground out, both unassisted. Brings up Nate Renz and swung on and foul tip into the glove for strike one. And spun that back to the wall. And nice play by Dylan Rufner. Ball deflected off of the concrete. Right back to him. Picked that up and he had head first. And beat Piesig to the bag for the third out of the inning. So nice play by Rufner there behind the plate. So due up for the Pirates. Granados then back to the top of the order in Toy and Unzueta. Pirates find themselves trailing 3-2. All three of those runs by the Bulldogs in the bottom of the first without anybody out. Emmanuel Granados, the right fielder for the Pirates, stands in now. Center fielders and left fielder for the Bulldogs, but decided to go out there without a hat on. Granados with a grounder into the hole through first and second for a single. And the Pirates with the leadoff batter aboard for the second inning in a row. Brings up Toy, who was a single to right his first time up. Nice piece of hitting by Granados, just out of the reach of the second baseman. First baseman running back to cover the bag. And Toy's first pitch comes up swinging and 0-1 count. Granados gets back, Only about a step off the bag, took about a half a step and then flopped on first. Granado's jumping around over there, and Toy popped up to the first baseman. That should be an infield fly roll. I didn't call it. But Granados gets back to first. Brings up Unzueta. Strikeout victim his first time up. Dropped third strike, was retired at first. Granados off with the pitch. Down low, pitch is thrown wildly up to the left side of first base. And Granados heading to third on the overthrow. He'll be safe there. So E-Man from first to third on a steal of second on the throw. It got past the second baseman out to the center fielder. Tying run 90 feet away, and Unzueta up 1-0 in the count. And Unzueta late. 1-1. And poked into second baseman. Gloved over there on a one hop over to first. But on the play, Granados scores. And this game is tied 3-3. So base is empty, brings up Arians. Also a strikeout victim his first time up. And he reaches out and pokes that one foul. Out of play. And Arians lets that one go by on the outside corner. He's behind 0-2. And leaves that one alone, 1-2. Tried to get him to fish on that low outside pitch. And that's low and outside, 2-2. That's up high, 3-2. So he's brought the count back to full. 2 outs in the top of the second. Tie game, 3-3. And that is down low. So Arians walks. 2 outs and a runner on first. Brings up Avery Peachy, who had a double and an RBI his first time up. Scored on a single by Ryan Hunter as well. Comes home, Peachy swings at the first pitch. Pop fly to the first baseman. Trouble over there and dropped. Well, Peachy will be safe at first. Wind probably playing a little havoc over there on that baseball. And runners on first and second for Ryan Hunter with 2 down. I know Peachy on his putout when he had a pop fly that was, he was in the first base coaching box and ended up catching it right on the foul line. So he got a pretty good wind up there. Hunter's first pitch to him, down low and swung on and missed, strike 1. Hunter with a single and an RBI, scoring Peachy in the first. Next pitch to Hunter, same spot, same result. 0-2. And pitch to Hunter is up the middle, gloved by the pitcher. On to first to retire the side. But Waterloo plates one, ties it up through a 1.5. It's tied 3-3. I think the wind has picked up. So Renz, who was up to the plate when the third out was recorded, when on a wild pitch, Piesik tried to score and Rufner was able to tag him before he got to the base, is going to lead this one off with a fresh count. Windy day. Try to turn my microphone down as low as I can, at least to give you guys a break from the wind, but not much I can do. They do have a booth here. I believe they're filming their own game. Been nice to sit up there. So Nate Runs, the third baseman for the Bulldogs, stands in, and the first pitch from Bullock is taken for a ball. And that one swung on and missed. And that is a shot into left center. Toy and Hunter run into each other. Throws to second and late. And leadoff double for the Bulldogs. Toy took Hunter's legs out from underneath him. The last one that was hit out there, they kind of looked at each other like, you get it, you get it. Now this one, they both went after it. I guess you'd rather have that, but you don't want somebody to get hurt. So Alex Metz comes in as the number 9 hitter for the Bulldogs. Swung on and missed, strike one. 1-2. That's in there for a strike, even now at 2s. And there's a tapper to short. Unzueta has that one. He'll fire over to first for the out. On the play, Renz moves up to third. The lineup turns over here. Onan Castile will take his spot in the box. Scored his first time up as well. Misses outside a ball. Squares the bunt. And gonna stay fair. Wow. That's a tough bunt. That went right down the foul line. Looked like it was going to go foul, hit the chalk, and stayed fair. And on the play, Wren scores. Bulldogs lead at 4-3. That's up high ball. Snap throw down to first by Rufner is late. Step and a half lead over there, going to first. Throw over to second is going to be late, nobody covering. Had him picked off, but nobody covering second. That is at the knees for a strike, even at 1-1. Misses on the outside, 2-1. And that is a grounder foul into the third base coaching box. 2-2 with the next pitch. And swung on and missed. And they'll just make sure of it. Throw it on to first, but it was already called out. No reason to throw it on to first. So 2 down and a runner on second. Throw it on to third. And they got him. I got him on the foot, I thought. Well, stolen base, runner on third now with 2 down. I thought Luis might have got him on the heel. 1-1 count. It's right on the outside corner. Burbach ahead. 1-2. Be good to keep that guy at third. Keep this just a 1-run game. And down low. that is a grounder to third. Perez has that one. Throws on to first. Wildly. Peachy not able to even corral that one with his big frame. So E5 on that play. And the Bulldogs will plate another run. They lead it 5-3. Two-base error on the throw. And it curves in there for a strike. First baseman Brandon Schuller behind 0-1 and behind 0-2. Jackson finding something with that pitch. Looks like it's on the outside corner. Peachy better be ready. If he throws that a third time, could be coming right to right field. And he did, but it came to left field and passed Perez Garcia into left. And the throw comes home. And on the throw goes to second and slides under the tag. So another run in, and it's 6-3. So Schaller with a single and advances to second on the throw home. And that goes back to the backstop and throws over to third. Deep. It goes way into left field. Off Hunter's foot. And coming home, he will score. Bulldogs up 7-3. Top four in the Bulldog lineup doing the damage for them. Fastball misses outside, 2-0. Don't know who might come on to pitch for the Pirates, if need be. Riffner, Peachy, and Toy pitched on Thursday. Riffner only threw a couple of pitches. He probably could pitch. Granados, I know, has pitched. And swung on and missed. 2-2. I know Arians pitched on Saturday in the varsity game. So maybe Unzueta could come on to pitch. And down low, backhanded and back to the backstop. 3-2 to Piesig. And popped out to center. Toy is coming in. He will make the catch, two-handed. Nice catch out there by Toy, and the side is retired. But the Bulldogs pick up another 4. Through 2 innings of play, they lead it 7-3. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Pirates. Rufner, Burbach, and Perez Garcia. I was talking about pitchers for Waterloo. And I know Peachy pitched a week ago Thursday. So with the rest and number of pitches he threw, he probably could throw today. I'm guessing with this being non-conference, Coach Merkel may want to save him for conference play this week. That will be tomorrow and Thursday against Marshall. Tomorrow night is at home. Thursday will be in Marshall. So opening pitch to Rufner's fly out to center. And he ran up on it and had to run back on it. Rolls back to wall and Rufner is on second. He's heading to third. And he will be there with a stand-up triple to start the Waterloo half of the third. So ball definitely got some carry from the wind on that one. And down low to Burbach. Nice stop by Mickelson behind the plate. Keep that from another run scoring. 1-0 to Burbach. Castile delivers, and Burbach comes up empty. And fouled and out of play. Burbach behind 1-2. That is down low. 2-2. Like to get a couple more runners on and get the top of the lineup back up. Cut into this lead. That's up high, 3-2. And that hits Burbach on the wrist. He will take his base. Guess it's considered a foul ball if it hit him in the hand. He didn't swing at it though. So I guess we're going to go with a foul ball, 3-2. And that is outside. Burbach will walk. Threw that bat with a little bit of aggression. First and third with nobody out. Brings up Perez Garcia. Grounded out his first time up. And he delivers inside a ball. Burbach with about a step and a half lead over there. Perez Garcia pops that one foul and over my head. 1-1. First name is Jose. Middle name is Luis, but prefers to go by Luis. Oh, foul tip into the glove. 1-2. That is down low. 2-2. The wind just died for a second there. Storms in the area should not be a problem till after our game. That's 3-2 up high to Perez Garcia. Still nobody down for the Pirates in their half of inning number 3. First and third. Burbach with a big lead over there. He's off with a pitch. Swung on and missed. Perez Garcia left that one upstairs. Bases would have been loaded. First and third with runners on second and third with one out. Brings up Emmanuel Granados, who singled through the right side his first time up. That's up high, ball one. Pitch to Granados, comes up empty. And Granados flies one out to left. Going to be caught out there by the left fielder. Tagging and scoring will be Rufner. So 2 out. And a runner on second. It's now 7-4. Burbach still on second. Toy lets that one go by, and it's a ball up high. And Toy falls that one into the netting. 1-2. Inside corner for a strike. 1-2. And Toy fouls that one away. Stays alive at 1-2. Burbach fouled off by Toy. Burbach had that base stolen. He's got nobody covering the base. He could take another 4 steps. Second baseman and shortstop aren't even looking at covering him. There he goes again. That is up high, and Burbach will take third. Nobody holding him on. So Toy with a chance to drive him in. 2-2 count and 2 outs. Castile delivers down low and keeps it close to him, so Burbach can't score. Full count. And delivers and grounder to second. Gonna have that one throw over to first. Ooh, got him by half a step. But the Pirates pick up 1 through 2.5. It's Pardeeville 7, Waterloo 4. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Bulldogs, Manthe, Mickelson, and Renz. Bottom half of inning number 3. Looks like the collision out there by Toy and Hunter in the last half inning. Hunter's still okay. Toy obviously okay when he came on to bat. Hunter's still in right field. Waterloo with 5 on the bench. Not something we see all the time. I believe last week, Thursday, when we were in Cambridge, there was only 1 on the bench. So Coach Merkel with some options here if he needs to make some substitutions. Jonah Manthe, left fielder, stands in. Opening pitch by Burbach is taken for a ball. That's down low and outside, 2-0. Sure, Coach Marco would like to get Burbach through 3 innings. Probably would hope he'd get him into 4. Down low, 3-0. And Manthe takes that one inside for a ball. Leadoff walk for the Bulldogs in the bottom half of inning number 3. Brings up Mikey Mickelson, the catcher. Two-step lead over there at first. And delivers over there, is back in time. Manthe with a big lead over there. First pitch to Mickelson is in there for a strike. And delivers home again. Inside. 1-1. Throw over to first. Almost. That is up high and off of Rufner's glove, and Manthe will take second on the pass ball. 2-1 count to Mickelson. Burbach comes set and delivers. Bunt taken, foul tip. 2-2. This is outside, full count. And popped up and foul and out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. is grounder to second. Arians has that one, throws on to first, but you're not going to get him. He's quick. Throw over to third, bluffed by Peachy. First and third with nobody out. Brings up Nate Renz. Now how long Mickelson's going to stay at first. And delivers home. Throw down to second is, Unzueta couldn't come up with it. Manthe will trot home on the throw down to second. And it's 8-4. One and 0 to Renz. Mickelson, the runner on second. And misses inside. 2-0. Delivery is back to the fence. Mickelson will be safe there. 3-0 count. And swung on and missed. He had the green light on 3-0. And fly out to center. Is Toy going to catch that one? He did catch that one. Gets it in, but the run will score. So sac fly for Renz. And the Bulldogs lead it 9-4. And popped up and out of play. Off the roof of the scorekeeper's box up there. That's up high ball, 1-1. And a grounder to third. Perez Garcia has that one. On to first. And the second out of the inning is 5-3 ground out. Back to the top of the order in Onan Castile. With nobody on. Opening pitch is missed on the outside corner, ball one. And Tapper foul in front of the Pardeeville dugout. 1-1. Burbach misses low and outside. 2-1. Burbach delivers. Tapper to second. Arians has that one over to first. And the side is retired, but Bulldogs pick up 2 more. Through 3 innings of play, they lead it 9-4. Two, three, four hitters for the Pirates. Unzueta, Arians, and Peachy due up. Castile on for his 4th inning of work. Need a bunch of runs, boys. Just keep pecking away, one at a time. Got to get some stops. Both teams with runs in every inning, but Bulldogs doubling us up. More than doubling us up in the 2nd inning. Pirates with tallies of 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, but the Bulldogs have come back in each half of their inning with 3 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, and 2 in the 3rd. They lead at 9-4. First pitch at the top of the 4th to Unzueta is left upstairs for a ball. And that is inside. 2-0 to Unzueta. At this point in time, a walk's the same as a hit. We just need runners aboard. And Unzueta swings and fouls that one. Two and one. And Unzueta leaves that one alone upstairs. 3-1. That is down low. Unzueta will walk. So runner on first brings up Arians. And that is down low. And Unzueta will take second on the pass ball. And up high to Arians. He's ahead 2-0. And Arians tries to leave it off, or leaves that one alone, and drops to the bottom of the zone for a strike. 2-1 the count. That is down low, gets past the catcher, and Unzueta will take third on the play. Arians ahead 3-1. And that is up high, almost hit him. So back-to-back walks. Runners on first and third for the Pirates. Brings up Avery Peachy, who doubled his first time up and reached on an error by the first baseman. Peachy lets that one upstairs, 1-0. Peachy swings and pops that one up. Dropped his shoulder on that one. That will be an out by the pitcher. So 1 down. Runners still on first and third for Ryan Hunter. That is swung on and fouled. Hunter pops that one up. Foul territory to the third baseman. He'll, drop that one. Just outside the third base coaching box. Wynn took that one again. Blew right over his glove. So it just turns out to be a strike, 0-2. Got to run those out. Never know with this swirling wind, or might blow the ball fair. Hunter leaves that one alone. No snap throw down to first. Arians wasn't that far off the bag. Schaller wasn't close enough to take a throw anyway. So 1-2 to Hunter. That reaches out and an excuse me swing. That's going to fall into shallow center. Unzwada will score. Arians coming into third. He's there, and on the throw, Hunter moves up to second. Hey, we got another run. 9-5 now with only 1 down here in the fourth. Brings up Dylan Rufner, but before Dylan Rufner bats, we will have a visit to the mound for the Bulldogs. We will have a pitching change. Looks like short to pitcher, center fielder to short, and pitcher to center field. We'll get those changes for you in a moment here, but we'll reset. Pirates with a run in. Runners on second and third with only 1 down. In the top of the fourth, they trail it 9-5. So Dylan Rufner stands in. Birkin, your pitcher for the Bulldogs, he delivers, and Rufner drops that one into center. Arians comes in to score. There's going to be a play at the plate. Hunter is safe. Rufner takes a big turn at second, but he will hold. 2 more runs for the Pirates. And it's 9-7 now. Still only 1 out. So defensive changes. Birkin moves from short to pitcher. Castillo moves from pitcher to center field. And Miller, your center fielder, moves to shortstop. That pitch is outside to Burbach, a ball. Pirates with 3 in the 4th, looking for more. And a throw over to second. Rufner in below the throw. Shortstop sneaking in there behind Rufner. And blowing outside off the concrete. Rufner will have third on the wild pitch. And Burbach ahead in a 2-0 count. Mickelson having to work for Birkin. That's outside a ball, 3-0. Burbach way ahead. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. Sawyer Tobias in the on-deck circle, looking to come in and hit for Perez Garcia. And a little number to third. Burbach will beat the throw. Rufner comes in to score. An infield single for Burbach, and it's 9-8 now. Pirates climbing back into this one. So Sawyer Tobias coming in. Burbach dancing over there at first, and he is out. A little bit of a late call there. I think he beat him to the outside of the bag. But we will call it 2 outs now with nobody on. Okay. He is out. He didn't have a angle on it. I'm only going to say that I think that he got back to the outfield side of the base from where I was sitting before the tag was applied to the inside of first base. But Sawyer Tobias takes that pitch at the bottom of the zone for a strike. And Tobias fouls that one out of play. And he's behind 0-2. That is down low. One and two to Sawyer. And stays alive. Fouls that one straight back into the netting. We'll do it again at 1 and 2. Third baseman playing up on the grass almost. And Tobias pop fly. Shortstop is chasing the ball and dives with a head first slide. Nice catch out there by the shortstop. That's Caden Miller out there for the third out. And the Waterloo side is retired, but they pick up a big 4 runs. And back into this game with a 9-4, 9-8 game. So you can close the book on Burbach on the mound. Pitching change, Aiden Arians will come in to pitch. Burbach moves to first. Peachy, who was at first before, moves to third. And Sawyer Tobias, who came on to hit for Perez Garcia, who was at third, moves to second, where Arians was at. No other defensive changes for you. Two, three, and four due up for the Bulldogs. Birkin, Miller, and Schaller. Be a good test for Arians. Let's see if we can keep this at a one-run game and have the top of our order come up and do some damage. No lights at this field. Just wonder why. And this is just a thought. The football field is to the third base side of the baseball diamond, and there are two sets of lights over there that light up the football field. Couldn't those be on a rotating pole where you could rotate those things 190 degrees, 180 degrees, and have them face the baseball field? And he did go around. Strike one. Nice pitch by Arians. It's off the heel of the glove, 1-1. Looks like there's some big nests up there. Believe it or not, up by those lights. And Arians down low, 2-1. That is down low, 3-1. And that is in there and foul down the right field line. Full count to Birkin. That foul in front of the Bulldog bench. And that is a pop fly to third. Peachy will grab that for the foul out for the first out of the inning. Brings up Caden Miller, who made that nice catch to retire Tobias last half inning. Showing bunt, drops it down, picks it up, throws on to first. Arians, nice play to get off the mound quickly to throw over to Burbach to retire the second out. Brings up Schaller. It's down low. That's also down low, 2-0. And that is a curveball way out in front, 2-1. And right across the plate for another strike, 2-2. Dylan's got to squeeze it. And swung on and missed. So 3 up and 3 down for Arians. So the first inning that the Bulldogs failed to score. We are headed to the top of the fifth. Bulldogs 9, Waterloo 8. Top of the fifth. We'll see Mayo Granados, and then back to the top of the order, and Toy and Unzweta. Anyone were them to reach, Arians would be up. Granado stands in. First pitch to him is up high, a ball. Nice to see Miller put his hat back on now that he's in the infield. That's behind Granados, 2-0. And Granados comes up empty on that pitch. 2-1. 325 down the lines, 385 to dead center. And Granados behind that one, 2-2. And that is down low. Full count to Granados. And Granados behind him. So, opening batter walk. So, bottom of the order is aboard. Brings up Wyatt Toy, leadoff hitter. Granados with a step and a half lead over there. Merkin comes home and Toy has to hit the deck. And that is down low, 2-0. And Granados heads back to first with a head first slide, back in plenty of time. Toy ahead, 2-0. Granados holds, and inside to Toy. Off the concrete, comes up firing, and Granados is safe at second on a wild pitch. And Toy way ahead, 3-0. And that is down low to Toy. He walks. First and second with nobody out. Brings up Unzueta. And Unzueta leaves that pitch inside alone. Ball one. And AJ takes that outside pitch on the corner for a strike. 1-1. And Unzueta with a pop fly to pitcher. Infield fly rule, batter is out. So one down in the fifth brings up Aiden Arians. Came on to pitch last half inning. And that is inside a ball. Perkin delivers, and Arians flies out to center. Going to be caught out there for the second out. So 2 down now, and Avery Peachy stands in. First pitch to Peachy, popped up to the first baseman, and out. So Peachy retired. Promising inning. Turns out to put a big 0 on the scoreboard. Runners on first and second, can't get them in. Through 4.5, it is Pardeeville 9, Waterloo 8. Two, 3, and 4 hitters. Sitting there so promising with runners in first and second. And can't get anybody in. Arians back on the mound for his second inning of work. Retired there, 2, 3, and 4 hitters in order. He'll be facing Piesig, Manthe, and Mickelson here in the fifth. I should say those 3 are scheduled. I see there are 3 on the bench for the Bulldogs. Mav Miller, Landon Pagel, and Carson Dolgner. Clouds to the west of here, west and southwest. So Piesig stands in. Opening pitch by Arians is at the knees for a strike. And that is fouled off. His knee or ankle. Arians up 0-2. And curveball misses outside. Still ahead 1-2. And fastball fouled over the Pirate dugout. swung on and missed. First out of the inning brings up Jonah Manthe, the left fielder. Aaron's first pitch inside a ball. A little bit low maybe as well. And that pitch is down low ball. Two and 0. And that is down low. Manthe left that alone. He's ahead 3-0. Arian's pitch is outside. So 1-out walk. And Mickelson stands in. Manthe with a couple step lead over there. He's holding. Pop fly up to Mickelson. And Unzweta will take care of that at short. Fly out to 6. F6. Brings up Nate Renz. With 2 down, swung on and missed. Throw to first. Burbach has to come way off the bag to retrieve that one. Timeout. Looks like Manthe got some dust in his eye when he went back home, or went back to the base, excuse me, not home. Arians ahead, 0-1. Manthe holds, and back to the cement. Backstop, and throw to second is wild. Toy will pick that up on a backup, and he will stay at second, Manthe will. Nice backup by Toy out in center. 1-1 count. He delivers home and swung on and missed. Renz can't catch up to that fastball. I'd come right back to that pitch. Nice high fastball. And that's a little too high. Throw over to third. Peachy off his glove up the line. So Dylan's throw up the second base side of third. Peachy's long frame unable to even catch that one. 2-2 count. And swung on and missed. And Renz goes down swinging. So Bulldogs strand a runner at third. Through 5. It is Bulldogs 9, Pirates 8. Hunter, Rufner, and Burbach due up for the Pirates. Birkin back on the mound. bases loaded for the Pirates and a pitching change. Pirates with 3 up in the inning. They lead it 11-9. New baseball been added to the mix here. Getting dark, hard to see. So we'll try to use that one as long as possible. So Arians will take his spot in the batter's box with bases loaded and only 1 out. Pirates with 3 already in, looking for more. Corner infielders in. That pitch is low and outside, back to the backstop. Eman going to try to score, and he is out at the plate. So second and third with 2 outs now. And a 1-0 count to Arians. And that is in there for a strike, 1-1. That is down and off the plate into the netting. And Toy holds it third. 2-1. Left field line wide open. That's on the outside corner, 2-2. Left fielder playing in front of the scoreboard out there. And Arians with a lined out to center. Thought that had a chance to drop, but it just kept carrying with the wind. And through 5.5, Waterloo regains the lead. They're up 11-9. So Bulldogs will start with Alex Metz. And then back to the top of the order in Castile and Birkin. Try to keep this going. My thought is this is probably the last half inning based on how dark it is. So first pitch by Arians is a ball. And inside pitch hits him. So the bottom of the order walk. And top of the order back up for the Bulldogs, Castile. First pitch is inside a ball. A takeoff, go down to second. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base. That run really means nothing. And throw is pitch is low, 3-0. Fake bunt and right in there for a strike. 3-1 to count to Castile. And that is up high, misses. Tying run is now aboard at first. And we're going to have a time here quick before Birkin comes to bat. All right, so a bunt could be in order to advance the runners. No bunt there. Pop fly out to left. Ryan Hunter. It's over his head. And one run scores. And a double by Birkin. Eleven to 10. And pitches down low, ball. Brings up Caden Miller. That is in there for a strike. 1-1. And that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-2. And that is up high. 2-2. And that is fouled in the netting. We'll do it again at 2-2. And fisted. Gonna come to first. And an out. Jackson able to hold the bag, but another run scores. This game is tied with the winning run 90 feet away for the Bulldogs. First pitch by Arians is swung on and missed. And that is swung on and missed, strike 2. And misses outside a ball. Birkin, the runner at third, the winning run. Schaller in a 1-2 hole. Good stop by Rufner, 2-2. And caught by Unzwada. Third runner at third. Birkin was creeping off the bag. Flipped over to Peachy. Peachy kind of almost tripped over his own feet. And ended up on third base for the third out. So this game will end in a tie. 11-11, too dark to continue. So a good way to end it on a double play. So Waterloo will be in action tomorrow night at home against Marshall. Game time for that is 5 o'clock. Once again, your final from Pardeeville. It ends at a tie, 11-11. So long, everybody.